Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm going to be taking a look at the SIMTOO Fairy. Now I believe this was originally a Kickstarter campaign that overreached its target. I think its target was 30,000 US dollars and it's gone over 200,000 US dollars. Not bad, eh? So it's a folding consumer drone, I guess you would say. You know, so the arms come out like this, and yeah, it's a funny one because it's kind of hobby grade. We've got brushless motors here, we've got GPS on board as well as optical flow, but the controller and the finish feels a little bit plasticky. At the making of this video, I think it costs about £130, something like that. It's got a 1080p 30 camera up the front and you can adjust the angle of it. Sadly it's manual. That would have been nice if you could change it from the controller. The controller does have a thing on it there, but yeah, you have to do that manually, and you have to put a micro SD card in the side there to get the footage. It hasn't come with a micro SD card. We've got these little folding props here and you only get one set of those. And we've got a USB connector on the back there, and when you plug it in it sets up as a COM port, and I believe that it is using ArduPilot. Now the reason I say that is people have been complaining about this guy, that there's no way to calibrate the compass and you get toilet bowling out of the box, and I've been hearing people plugging it into Mission Planner to do a compass calibration. So that's a downside already, isn't it? But you know, the specs seem pretty good. In fact, they say that it will fly for 16 minutes. So you're given this charger here and this USB connector, and the battery just unplugs there. It is a 2-cell battery, and it is, I think it's like 940 milliamps. Oh, sorry, 970 milliamps there. So yeah, they're boasting a large flight time with it, and that just clips in there underneath. And then to turn it on, it's a long press of this button. You can hear ESCs going there. And then to bind it to the controller, you just turn it on. So this has to go on first, then this. So the controller is an odd one actually. It's got a built-in battery. I think it's just 400 milliamps or so. So that charges underneath there, so quite convenient. But this feels really plasticky. I am pleased to say that you can have it in both mode 1 or mode 2. So it comes mode 2, but if you want mode 1, you hold this button down here whilst you turn it on, and then it's in mode 1. It stays in mode 1 when you turn it off and back on. Then mode 2 is this button over here, and you turn it on like that. So of course we've got altitude hold, and you know, we've got the positioning sensor there as well, which it's stuck in, so you can't turn any of that off and have it manual. And when it's got enough satellites, then it goes from the optical flow to GPS. So it's not like using them both at the same time, at least I don't think. So to get the motors going, it's a really strange one, this one. We have got this unlock button here, and the first time that you boot everything up, this unlock button unlocks the motor. So if I press it the once, then the motors should go. There you go, it's going. And then if we press the land button like that, it should stop. However, if you want to get it going again, press that button, nothing happens. What you have to do is, once you've landed, is you have to long press this button and then press this button again, and then it should start. Very odd sequence there, and for quite a while I was thinking, oh, you have to turn the thing off to get it to rearm again. And you know, it actually disarms after about 5 seconds of use, so you feel like, oh, you've got to turn it all back on again. Very strange way to, you know, lock and unlock the motors, so be careful with that. But yes, this is now producing a Wi-Fi hotspot, and I can connect my phone, Android or iOS, although I hear people on Android are having a lot of issues. And the waypoints thing, I believe you can only do on iOS at the making of this video. But yeah, these buttons, so once it's armed, then you can take off with your stick. And then this one here, this button, it switches between optical flow or GPS. So you can actually turn GPS off, but then it's an optical flow, one or the other. And if you choose GPS and there's not enough satellites, it flicks back. It's very strange. Then this is your landing button, and I believe that it will just land on the spot if it's fairly close to you. So yeah, interesting controls there, and all of the camera controls are done through the app. What's interesting about this one is that they are saying that it can work off 2.4 gigahertz, but you can switch it to 5.8 gigahertz. And look at the difference in range here. It says you get a 20 meter range in 2.4 gigahertz, but 150 meters range for 5.8 gigahertz. Now I just wonder if that is just for the video, because a lot of these Wi-Fi models, the video's 2.4 and the controller's 2.4, so they both sort of lock each other out. But if they have put the FPV, which is digital by the way, so all done through your phone, if they've put it on the 5.8 gigahertz band, then that's separate, and it's saying here you'll get 150 meters. That's still not a lot, is it? But it's a selfie drone, I guess you could say. So you're going to want to keep it in close field of view. 115 degrees it is saying there. It says you need a FAT32 card there and MP4, so you're going to want to use a class 10 there. That's weird though. It says max flight altitude 4,000 meters. How is that if the range is only 150 meters? So we've got a discrepancy there. I think it says it weighs 140 grams, something like that. Oh, and it says here max rise speed 2 meters per second, takeoff speed 1.5 meters per second. So it's going to be a fairly slow machine, this one, I think. But the manual's pretty good actually. It tells you absolutely everything that you need to know, and how to charge it and stuff like that. And as I say, you get the charger. You do get given some bumper protectors, so if you want to fly it inside, it will actually fly inside with this optical flow thing here. I'm just gonna turn that off there. So yeah, we have got the app which you can download, so let's just go and take it for a fly and see how it performs. Alrighty, let's see if we can get this guy going. Now, the thing that is a pain on Android is that if you've already connected to the Wi-Fi hotspot and then try to connect to the app, it's just not going to work. So what you have to do is you have to go into your Wi-Fi settings, and then you have to forget it, which is an absolute pain. Where is it? There we go. No internet. Press forget and let it do its thing. And then if I go back into it here, the password is 1234567890, and then connect, and then you have to wait for the no internet thing to pop up, which hopefully it will do, and then you have to press yes. And I'm gonna open the app here, and there you go. You can see here, this is where we can change the frequency. Now I've got it on 5.8. I've made sure that Bluetooth is turned off, and I've also got my mobile data turned off as well to make sure we're not getting any interference. If I press connect to it there, I can select just the mobile phone or the controller. Of course I'm using the controller here, so I should be able to go into there. Now I want to take video really, so I'm not interested in photos, so I think, do I need to press this thing up here? Oh, that just takes the options away, so I want to change that to video, and then it says it's recording. there. So now I'm going to unlock the motors and see if I can get it out of the grass quickly here. So press that and they should start moving. Or it doesn't like it. There we go. Oh, managed to get it out there. Hopefully there is no grass caught on the camera. So it's gone into GPS mode here, and you can see it is doing the toilet bowling thing. It's doing that just all on its own. So yeah, that's a complete fail really for me. I'm sorry, but if I just select Opto here, will that work? What will happen there? So it says GPS, it's just stuck in GPS mode. I thought if we pressed this one I could flick between the two, but no, it's just saying GPS. Can I long press it? No. Long press it does return to home. And I don't want that. So, and now it just says it's landing. And how do I cancel the landing? Stop. Is it the lock one? Ah, wonderful. So, yeah, that's not great, is it, really? I mean, it still says it's landing. There, I'd have to long press the landing button again if I want to take off again. I assumed that you could switch the GPS off, but it seems like not. And it says that it's still landing here. Can I arm the motors again? It says optical and then GPS. So let's take off again. Let's see what happens, how long before it starts toilet bowling. So it's saying GPS at the moment. Staying in its place now. See what happens if I lift it up. Yeah, it's not keeping its position very good, but it stopped its toilet bowling thing for now. Wonder what happens if I walk into its view there rather than flying around. So let's just see how. Yeah, it is battling the wind. I have to say it's a very windy day for this. So we don't have any stabilization on the video from what I can see. It's been going for 3 minutes now, but it does seem to stop that toilet bowling thing. So if it's getting any kind of magnetic interference, it's going to start doing that. And it seems to have settled out now. Wonder if it's just the direction that it's in. So if I try and sort of yaw it, what happens? Does it hold its place without toilet bowling? Seems so. To be fair to this thing, it is very windy today. And I'm just looking at the video here, it's looking very dark here on the phone screen. It's looking dark. Yeah, I mean, you know, the sky is bright here, but still, it's, I would say it's overexposing the sky, and the ground is looking dark to me. But let's fly it out a little bit and see what happens. So I'm trying to fly out FPV, and it's landing. Yeah, this was happening with everybody else. You just go out for a little bit and it just lands itself. And that seems to be a problem apparently just with Android. I believe if you do it with iOS, then it's fine. So if you just want to fly around yourself, you know, within like a few meters, it's fine. The minute you start taking it out, it does an automatic landing. So yeah, that's no good really, is it? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to iOS, charge it up and see if I have any better luck with it. Okay, so I'm back again, this time with iOS. Let's see what happens. I pressed the button to get the motors going and we are out of the grass. Let's see what happens first of all with the hold. So it says it's in GPS here, and it certainly does seem to be holding its position better now. So I don't know what that initial toilet bowling was all about. The sun's come out so we can see how it deals properly with jello and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how it's holding. Getting blown around a little bit by the wind. So let's see if it does its landing thing when I go and try and fly it out a little bit further. It says still GPS here. And it says landing. Can you see? It's saying landing on its own. What is it doing? Bad heading? DCM bad heading. Landing. Oh man. This thing just has all kinds of problems, doesn't it? I think I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm gonna stop the recording. I'm gonna say, this is no good, guys. You need to fix this, and I do not recommend it. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.